What's up? I'm Jerry and welcome to this channel, endworldsuck.com. Also, be sure to check out the official website at www.endworldsuck.com. Welcome to this week's episode of the Cryptocoin Report. In front of me, we've got this price action of the BTC China exchange, and this chart is provided by bitcoinwisdom.com. Each candlestick here represents a 3-day time period, and just to give you some perspective, this spike up here to this 19,000 Chinese yuan, 1900 Chinese yuan, was back in April. All right. Today we saw this spike all the way up here to this 3,599 Chinese yuan high. These guys are now the largest Bitcoin exchange. That's the reason why I'm showing you their chart. And if you take a look at these volume trends, this shows a massive buy into Bitcoin with the Chinese yuan. That is very bullish to me because these guys have over, I think it's over 1 billion people now live in China. I think it's 1.2 billion or something like that. And this is just the beginning, okay? According to all the signs and all the things for the USD, it looks like Bitcoin is in the bubble, which is why you're going to see a lot of people say, yeah, Bitcoin is in a bubble. Good time to sell. However, USD, I don't think they are driving the Bitcoin bull market this time because they just don't have the volume. The volume is here. And it seems to be, this was the case with Mt. Gox, the exchange with the most volume dictates the price. So I see, a Bitcoin price going all the way up to maybe 2 or 3 times higher than it is here. Maybe up to the 9,000 yen, maybe 15,000 yen. As for Bitcoin in USD, that may be, $2,000-$3,000. All right, let's take a look at the Litecoin price. This is on the BTC-E. And each candlestick represents a 3-day trading period. So to give you some perspective, this 450 high was back in April. And this was the recent retest of these levels earlier last month. We still have not gone above that 450. When we do, that is a clear sign that we are going to continue to rise in the Litecoin price. We've had massive buy-ins here. So this shows that this could also be, this is another sign showing that this could be a bull market that we're entering to. I told y'all to buy your Litecoins back here. Since then, the price of Litecoin has gone up dramatically, and it's more than doubled with Litecoin versus the USD. Should you be selling? Should you be buying Litecoins right now in the short term? I don't really know. We may see a bounce down here to maybe the $3 level. We tend to see these bounces from time to time in these markets. But ultimately, we're going to continue to rise as soon as we pass that 450 resistance. Litecoin versus the Bitcoin ratio has been decreasing. Over time, you've been able to buy more and more Litecoins with your Bitcoins, and that trend continues. Does that mean you need to sell your Litecoins and hop into Bitcoins? I don't think so. Litecoin is still pretty new compared to Bitcoins. Bitcoin's 5 years old, and I believe that Litecoin still has much more to grow and has higher potential. So by getting in on Litecoin now, you're saving yourself for the headache in the future. The advantage of Litecoin is just simply its speed. We live in the internet age. You can't sit around and wait 2 or 3 hours for transactions to go through. I remember on BitMint waiting 2 hours for a transaction to complete. Basically, they had to send me the Bitcoins, and I had to send the Bitcoins to someone else to buy the thing, and then after that, then I can complete the transaction. Basically sitting there for about 2 hours waiting on the whole process to happen. If I had done it in Litecoins, it would have been a fraction of that time. So that's why I believe these faster cryptocurrencies will be the one. And Litecoin seems to be the largest and the one with the most user base. Leaked this right here is a post on the BitcoinTalk.org forum about the Bitcoin Foundation claiming to have, basically they're claiming that these guys have documents explaining their plan to control Bitcoin and centralize it. Basically how these things go is no one has control over Bitcoin. If you read the Bitcoin white paper that Satoshi made, it's intended to not have any central control, any central authority. Alright, so anyone who claims central control or central authority over Bitcoin is illegitimate, and basically they only have power as long as you buy into the illusion. So that's the thing with these guys. These guys are phony, they're fraud, don't pay them any mind. U.S. agencies to say Bitcoin offers legitimate benefits. This is a great article to read. Recently we've had these U.S. Senate hearings about Bitcoin. Ben Bernanke come out and said that, the Federal Reserve has no authority over Bitcoin. And this is a great article to read about that. Shopify integrates Bitcoin. This is great news because now thousands of merchants, hundreds of thousands of merchants over the world can now accept Bitcoins without having to worry about programming and stuff. They can just, integrate it into their already online Shopify stores. So this actually, gives some demand for the Bitcoin. I also want to show you this picture someone posted in the BTC actually. This is of the basic. This is the history of the Bitcoin price on the Mt. Gox. This is the June bubble when we went up to $30. This is the April bubble when we went up to the 266, and this is on a logarithmic scale. And so the proportions are like this. According to this chart, we are in a Bitcoin bubble on the USD because we're up here around 550 right now, 565 on Mt. Gox. However, like I said previously, I don't believe that Mt. Gox is driving the price anymore because they're no longer the largest exchange. So because we're in a bubble on Mt. Gox, it's largely illegitimate since they're not the ones really dictating the Bitcoin price. According to this chart, however, Bitcoin should be at $1,000 by next year. And I've also tweeted that out, said that, that's where Bitcoin's headed. And I largely believe that. I stick by that. Anyways, it's a good picture to check out if you want to, do some research on your own or whatever. Alright, the network hash rate we're still on this exponential increase. I believe we're now at almost tapping at 6 petahashes. There we go, 5.1 petahashes. And the hash rate distribution is still healthy. No one's really knocking at 51% by themselves. Who knows if any of these mining pools are in cahoots or not. I can see right now if these two guys were in cahoots, they'd have over 51%. But are they in cahoots? Who knows? That's something to research when you mine your Bitcoins. Here's a chart on the blockchain.info showing the price, not the price, the hash rate over the past year. And still, no signs of slowing down. But anyways, guys, that concludes this video. Be sure, like I said, to check out the website. Also, be sure to follow the Twitter. Links and everything are in the description below. And let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or any suggestions or any topics you want to talk about. Leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to look into it. That concludes this video. I'm Jerry. Peace.